Дурут салам, как дела? Очень хорошо мне. All right, got a fight. Khamzat Chimaev versus Gerald MEERSCHAERT. Okay, Gerald MEERSCHAERT was the most boring study of a fighter I've ever done. It bored me to tears. So he's got this black belt, and it looks like he's very slow. He gets stuck. It looks like it's very exhausting for him to do these black belt moves. He likes to go for chokes that if he tries on Khamzat Chimaev is going to just transition him, push him to the cage, get him low, ride him like a surfboard with his hips, and beat on him until his mother can't recognize him. It's not close. Gerald MEERSCHAERT has a very wide stance because it helps him get more power. He's got heavy hands but not powerful hands. What I mean is it's a difference between getting hit with a steel rod and getting hit with a bag of sand. Bag of sand is going to beat on you. Steel rod's going to knock you out. He doesn't have a lot of knockout power. He's not overly aggressive. His combinations are slow. His hand speed is slow. His footwork is slow. He drops down into the guard. I hate that. That's an antiquated defense tactic anymore. I know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys love to just drop in the guard, like to drop down like a dog showing his belly, but you just can't do that against anyone that's got sambo or judo or high-level wrestling because they're going to... Khabib has taught the world. You transition them, you push them, you drive them to the cage, and then you use leverage and just beat on them. You don't even have to go for the obvious submission. You can just keep transitioning until they're so tired and malleable that they do whatever you want. And Khamzat has got that skill set. Now, he was a little bit arrogant in his press conference. I hope he doesn't overlook Gerald MEERSCHAERT because Gerald MEERSCHAERT has got the skill that if someone overlooks him and tries to phone it in, he could do something. He can. He is a black belt. I believe he's a black belt. But Khamzat, as long as he brings the right hand, Gerald lines up lefty, and he's way wide, and he gets stuck. And he's really open, and his hands are low. And that is the perfect angle for a right hand to come in and end the fight quick. Like, I'm seeing this is going to be a knockout in the first round for Khamzat Chimaev. How? Gerald MEERSCHAERT, every time I studied his training or his fights, he looks like he's exhausted after every move he does. He'll roll with a guy and go, oh. He's got this long sigh like an old man. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. All right. And he's going to fight one of the more gifted cardiovascular, and it's a gift. It's a gift. It's training. You have to train your body to be going that fast and only have your heart rate go up to an 80 or a 70. That's what it is. It's not that he's running like Tony Ferguson. That's not what Chimaev is doing. That's not why he's so gifted cardiovascularly. It's that he has worked on his martial arts to the point where he doesn't, the anxiety isn't, he's not fighting himself. He's not fighting himself. His heart rate is like 80 the whole time. The other guy is like 134. So if you can win a race walking when the other guy's running, it's an advantage. So he can run faster walking, so to speak, than the other guy running as hard as he can. So just on the sheer cardio, this is not a contest. Khamzat is going to win. If I'm boxing, Khamzat's going to win. When it goes to the ground, Khamzat's going to win. Because he's going to use wrestling to push him where he can take over with whatever he wants to, jiu-jitsu, sambo, whatever. When you got someone pinned against the cage, it's a 2-on-1. The guy's got to fight the cage, the leverage, the ground, and you. 3-on-1. Depending on how low you can get your hips and how well you can ride them like a surfboard. You know, Hicks and Gracie has taught us that if you could just use their breathing against them, you know, it's a force multiplier. Your body weight could weigh 5 times its own weight. So 7-10 on 1. How many force multipliers do you need? So in order to combat that, Gerald has got to stay in the center of the ring. He's got to. He's got to use his jiu-jitsu advantage. Blue belt versus black belt, right? Well, here's the advantage taker awayer. Khamzat's right hand. I haven't seen any kind of punch defense from Gerald MEERSCHAERT that says that he's going to walk away from the 3-4 big right hands that Khamzat's gonna go for. Khamzat might not even take this thing to the ground and just try to knock him out on his feet, just to show he can do it. I mean, this is a mismatch. But Justin Gaethje has showed us that all you need is some skill and to clean up your act, and you can go from a top 20 guy, top 10 guy to a lead contender in one fight if you get your stuff straight. So maybe Gerald in his last fights, he's slow because he had to cut too much weight. Maybe he didn't know how to prepare. Maybe he was injured. Maybe. Okay? So there's always, you can't overlook a guy. The guys that get to this level now, it's more than brawling and heart. Rocky Balboa can't win in the MMA anymore. You have to have multiple disciplines at a very high level. You have to have wrestling, or at least know how to defend wrestling at a high level, like national championship level. If you want to be a champion, you have to have championship level something. Okay? Then you need a judo or jiu-jitsu. You need that kind of level grappling at a high Olympic caliber level to be a champion. Now to get there, get a couple of blue belts in this, a blue belt in that, and and have a natural gift with a right or a left, or be fast, whatever. Yeah, you can fight professionally, but you want to be a champion, then you need multiple disciplines at champion level. Okay. The Khabibs of the world are what going to be champions are going to be made out of from now on. There's no more. There's Royce Gracie with the black belt and just jiu-jitsu isn't going to win anything anymore. Ken Shamrock isn't going to win anything anymore. There's no more brawler. There's no more one discipline. So you need to have Royce Gracie level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a little bit of Muay Thai, a lot of boxing or striking, because kicks go in there too. You need to have upper level leverage, whether that comes from wrestling or judo or sambo. But this is a must. And what I'm seeing from Gerald is a guy who's technically sound in jiu-jitsu. He's technically sound. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He does it well. The components look good, but he's slow and he gets stuck. And that wide lefty stance, or even a wide righty stance, but getting stuck like that, he needs to go down and shorten his stance and bend his knees more like a kalari or a wrestler, and because he's got to make up for his slowness with agility. He's going to have to jump out of the way. He's going to have to go shoot, for the waist. He's going to have to tie up Khamzat Chimaev. He's going to have to anticipate when Khamzat's going to shoot and have the strike already thrown. He's going to have it already thrown at the right spot. That level of anticipation and savvy and fight knowledge and martial arts. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? If you've seen it, let me know. I haven't seen anything that said that there's any part of his game that's on the level of Khamzat Chimaev except his technical mastery of jiu-jitsu, which, so what? He's not going to be able to get to it. He's not going to be able to get to black belt jiu-jitsu. He's going to be mauled and beat on. And if he drops down to the guard versus Chimaev, Chimaev is going to ground and pound. He'll go for immediate side control and ground and pound. Or he will maul him and then force him to transition into something that's even more advantageous for him. I have not seen anything from Meerschaert that would anywhere indicate that he is anyhow. I mean, if he is, if you guys seen him do something magical somewhere on tape, let me see it. Because what it looks like right now is that Khamzat can take a nap and wake up and go beat on this guy relentlessly. Now, you can't overlook a dude. I mean, Damian Maia hopped around while Henry Cejudo threw like 5 strikes and got an early finish. So you can't overlook a guy. You got to go in there and fight him. So, yeah, Khamzat was a little arrogant. I didn't like kind of his presser, but that might be his Sun Tzu Art of War shit talking 101. He might just be trying to get Gerald to come at him, and so, you know, he could end it with one shot 6 seconds into the match with a fucking right hand. Who knows? I don't know. But right now, this doesn't look fucking close at all. Gerald versus Ayers dropped to guard like a dog showing his belly, just flopped over against Ayers. He does that against Chimaev, and he's going to be toast. He's going to be toast. Blue belt will beat a black belt and then go tell everybody about it. It's not going to be fun. So that's what I got to say.